it's going to be a piece for a costume, so to say, for his Larp character, live action roleplay. He's going to play as a priest of a sun god. So the crown we're going to craft consists of a sun in the middle and then these eagle wings with flame things on the side. It's going to go on his forehead and then wrap around so that he can wear it. And yeah, we're going to make it out of brass because we do not really want to use real gold for this. It's a 1mm thick plate and we're using repoussé technique to create the piece.
And as you can see, this time I went full professional with the piece. I glued the motif onto the plate, and what I'm doing here is that I took a very sharp lining tool to basically just follow the lines of the motif and cut the motif into the plate, thereby transferring it in a very detailed way. This is just the technique and the way that you should do this, and I should do this, but in the past I've really just took the easy part away and drew directly onto the plate, which always smears and always isn't that detailed, and it's just the easy and lazy path that will, that you buy yourself with a little bit of lag and quality that you will end up in the end. So with this important project, I really wanted to make it professional and to make it the right way and not to be as lazy as I often have been in the past. And my next 10 working hours I spent with chasing, and more chasing. First by going from the inside and giving the sun its detail, and for the wings I started from the outside and pushed the material towards the wing, thereby giving the wing itself more height and 3-dimension that I could then work on with the detail, so that the whole piece will have more structure and will just look nicer. And after we put a line work on the detail of the wings, we take a flattening tool and turn the dome-like structure that the different parts of the wings have, the feathers and the flames, and start first from the one side flattening it, then from the other, thereby giving each piece an edge in the middle that will just give us the design that we're looking for.
Whoopsie, so yesterday I couldn't finish the piece.
And the customer needs to have it quite soon, on Friday, which is the day after tomorrow.
He's going on a Larp event and he needs it there. So we have a bit of time left to actually finish it. We're going to send it by mail, and yeah, we have like 4 or 5 hours to finish it, and that will be a sprint. So what I did yesterday was that I mounted it back on our pitch here, and that I cut out the first finished half of it and bend it a little bit. So this is the dimension it will have in the end, from mirrored on the other side. And that is what we're going to do now. More chasing and chasing and chasing. Since I really have to hurry to bring this to the mail to get this delivered, I couldn't really record the cutting it out and the polishing, and yeah, this is how it looks now. I think it came out pretty well. I'm rather satisfied. And as far as I know, the idea is to have open hair with it. The customer also has long hair like I, and he wants to, the inside is a little bit, it's not really dirty, it's just patination kind of, work patination, so it's not polished, but that's no problem, since you have to wear it like this on your forehead, and voila, you're a priest of a sun god. And I think it really does make the look a bit like this. I think that looks really cool, especially since he's a blonde guy, so he has light hair, the right outfit for it since it's for Larp, and that I think will look pretty awesome. I hope he likes it. It could have a little bit more polishing here, but yeah, time.
Yep, time. Time for earrings.
I need new earrings, and the only suitable silver I have for them is this piece of silver thing. And since I need to have a wire to make earrings out of that, we're going to cut off these pieces here and then hammer this line into a round wire that we can use for the earrings. In case you've seen me do this last time, you know the drill. I have my anvil here, not mounted on a good space, but just on the ground, because this workstation is just temporary, and I will move out soon, in October, or earlier, preferably earlier. And yeah, we're just gonna take the silver, heat it up. I have the gas torch for it here. Heat it up, quench it into water. Due to this, the silver gets softer and becomes easier to work. Then I have two different hammers here, one 300 grams, one 1 kilo hammer, with which we can work it. And for the final work in the end, I use my repoussé hammer, which only weighs 25 grams. So yeah, I have the earring that I made a few weeks ago here for reference. I'm just gonna lay it down here. Gonna have to put it back in the earlobe later, and yeah, I'd say let's start.
And so I hammered it into a wire.
So I cut out the wire in the length that we need. I could of course just put this wire in my ear and call it a day, but that is not what we want. We want to twist it a little bit, to give it a little bit, yeah, to just give it a little bit to look at. For this I want the lower part to be a little bit, not completely round, but a little bit flatter, just a little bit, so that when we twist it, it's not just completely round, but that you can actually see the twist a little bit better. It will not look that different, or it will not look that spectacular, but it's a simple design, and that's what I'm going for with my earrings.
And a little bit of twisting, grinding, and hammering, dangling, and smashing later.
And here it is. Rather simple, as I said. You can just see the twist here. It's become uneven, the twist, which I don't think is that bad, because it kind of is a little bit more twisted in the middle here, especially from this side, than it is here and here. But that's all fine. So yeah, we have one earring done. The other one will be done in a similar fashion, so you will see them now.
And a lot of hammering, a little bit of grinding, and quite some smashing later.
This is how it looks now. This is how it will look in the ear. Quite simple, just a square thing. And the whole thing looks like this. So you see the lower part, the round thing goes through the ear, so that this upper part goes against the ear, and it can't fall off. And it will hang somewhere like this. Yeah, just a quite a simple earring for the hole of my ear that there is for this one. This here, where there's just this stick in there. There will the new ring go. This is the first one that we did. Here, you can see it. And this is a pretty old one. And the other one that we did before is now in the left ear. You see there's still no hole in it, so I haven't punched it yet. It will go in there today, and you have seen it in the beginning of the video, and it will be difficult, but yeah, it's the third one that I'm going to punch through my ear myself, so I think it will go all well. So I punched through a wrong position at first. So I had to punch through it and pierce a second time, but now it sits very well where I wanted to have. But you can see the ear really didn't like that. The first pierce was too high. It was like half a centimeter on the inside, more of the inside of the ear, and that was no good. But now it's good, and it doesn't hurt that much even. So yeah. That's my 5th earlobe piercing earring hole through my body with pain.